everyone, so welcome back. Today we're going to be doing our yearly favorites. We are going to be doing my favorite products for the year of 2016. I'm so excited to be sharing with you guys all these products. I do have quite a bit of products, so I don't want to spend too much time on this intro because we got a lot of stuff to go over. But before we jump into this year-end favorites, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. That will allow you guys to be a part of my channel, be a part of my family, and you guys get to see all the upcoming videos that I have planned for you guys. So we are going to get started right into this because there is a lot of stuff, so let's go. So the very first one, I have to give it to this one right here. This is Chloe's, and this is in Love Story. This has been my absolute favorite perfume so far this year. I feel like with this perfume, it's one of those signature scent perfumes that you don't need too much of, and it'll last you throughout the day. I wanted something that I could wear every day that wasn't going to be super floral, super fruity, not too much vanilla, not too much spice, nothing like that. Just something simple and classic and elegant, and I have to give it to this. This perfume has been my top favorite perfume. The next one that I want to mention is actually a subscription service. You guys know here on my channel that I do quite a bit of unboxings and subscription services, and this one right here is by Scentbird. This is actually my second tube. The other one I have is in white. This one is in like an olive green color. Pretty much you get this standard tube like this, and you get to refill this every 30 days. This one here is in Montail. This is in Intense Cafe. Although the one before I got was Dolce & Gabbana, I've gotten Burberry. I really did like the Dolce & Gabbana. I just found that after a while it dissipated, but it was nice because I only paid the $14.95 a month for it, and I didn't have to shell out all that money for perfumes because you guys know perfumes are super expensive, right? Like, come on. Can you say hi? Look, everybody apparently likes dogs, so you have to at least say hi. No, we don't do that. But say hi. For 2016, I have to say for brushes that I gotta give it up to Morphe and LUXY. They have been killing it, like out of the ballpark. They have been so good. I actually have the Morphe subscription service, which I've been lucky enough to have for the past year now. And it has been an incredible experience to be able to try out all these different brushes. I actually do unboxings here on my channel, which I'll link my previous one down below in case you guys want to check it out. And I must say that for the price of the brushes, you get a really good brush. It's very soft. It does really well throughout time. It has minimal shedding. I get more shedding from my other brushes than I ever do with these two brushes. These two in particular are my favorite. This is the LUXY 522. And this one here is the LUXY, what is that, 660. I use this brush so much that the actual writing has worn off. For Morphe brushes, I'm going to give it up to these four. These are probably some of my most asked about brushes that you guys actually ask me what I use. This one here is the Morphe E1. I love to use this for my powder. I use this almost every day. This one here is my most asked about from you guys. This is the Morphe 501. It's what I use to apply my highlighter with. Then we have the Morphe R5. This is a newer brush that I've received here recently. And then the last one here has to be the Morphe 527. I like to use it to do like a soft contour on my face anytime I'm not really doing contour or anything, just to kind of give my face a little more dimension. This brush is really great. And I apologize if they're dirty, but you guys obviously can see that I love them so much. I actually use them all today. So let's jump into the next category. So we are going to actually combine concealers and foundations. The very first two, let's start off with real concealers, is the Naked Skin Concealer. It really does an incredible job at covering up like your dark under eye area and really doing a great job at lifting up the eye and opening it up and highlighting it. This one here I feel like doesn't get as much recognition as it should here on the YouTube community. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Waterproof Concealer. This stuff is incredible. I really wish that more people would rave about this. When it came out, I saw a few people use it like sparingly, but I haven't seen anybody really go crazy about it. And if somebody else does, then hallelujah, because this stuff is amazing. Alright, so then moving on to color correcting concealers. You guys know I use them like crazy, especially the green color corrector, but this one has to be my favorite. And this one I find that every time I wear it, it's foolproof, it's very easy to cover, and you can't really ever tell that I use color corrector underneath my foundation. So definitely got to give it up to Sephora. Sephora's been killing it this year with their makeup, I must say. So All right, guys, so let's talk about some primers because I have quite a few here that I wanted to mention. We're gonna start off with the sprays. One of them is a lot newer. I know that I mentioned to you guys that it was more of a newer one. This is the Scandinavia Finishing Spray. This stuff has been incredible. I honestly use this now, and I stopped using my Urban Decay oil control. Not that I don't like it, I just find that this one works 10 times better. I never have to retouch my makeup. It stays on for as long as I need it to, and it really just keeps everything sitting still, and it's a very nice fine mist. So you don't get that like spray where it's just one side of your face or it's just one certain section of your face. Very nice fine all over mist. I just absolutely love this. And the next one is the SMASHBOX Photo Finish Primer Water. I find that when you use this every day, you will gradually see that your skin looks better and better underneath your foundation. It's just one of those products where you just have to use it for quite some time. Give it like 2 weeks to a month and you guys will see the benefits of this. Stuff is incredible. I like to keep a miniature sized one in my purse at all times in case I need like a little bit of touch up or my skin feels dry or I have some flakiness. Stuff is a lifesaver. And then for primers, like the primers, have to be these two. This is a SMASHBOX Photo Finish Primer, and this is just the oil-free, not the light one. And then this one is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer. You guys know, this is like my 4th tube of this thing. This thing is holy grail status for me. I don't know if I can ever live without it, and this one was one where I didn't like it at first, but here recently, I'd probably say within the last 6 months or so, I have really started to see the benefits of it and really found that it works really, really well with a lot of the foundations that I wear. So I have to give it to these two. I honestly do not travel, especially without this one. This one comes with me no matter what. It is my holy grail primer of all time. Because a majority of the blushes that I've used this year so far has been from this brand, and it's been really difficult for me to find a blush from another brand that I love as much as this brand. I hope that all makes sense. Anyways, so we're going to give it to Tarte. I feel like Tarte this year has killed it with their blush selections. It's just that I find that when Tarte comes out with blushes or blush palettes for that matter, they always do a really good job at including different types of skin tone. It's not curtailed to just one skin color, it's all over, so anybody can use it, and that's what I love the most. So I gotta give it up to blush. I feel like they just totally nailed it this year with all of their blushes and their blush palettes. All right, so let's move into my favorite part and probably everybody's favorite part of this video, highlighters. I have to say, when it comes to highlighters, I feel like there is one brand that I have gone to over and over and over and have used religiously and or travel with me. So with that being said, this year, I give it to Anastasia Beverly Hills. I feel like, oh no, she's falling. I use it all the time. I am obsessed with her highlight palettes. I find that they are extremely soft to the touch. Obviously, some are more better than others in my opinion. But when it comes to highlighters, I feel like she has been an incredible brand to go to. They have an incredible range of highlighters for those who want a soft highlight to a very intense highlight. If you are somebody who is looking to give a gift, whether it's for a friend or a daughter, a sister, a niece, anybody, and you know that they like makeup, always go with a highlighter palette or a glow kit. I feel like you can't go wrong with the glow kit. I feel when I was actually at Sephora and at Ulta, the glow kits were always sold out. They're just a must-have for a staple product in your makeup collection. Let's move into something different now because I could probably go on and on and on. We are going to jump now into, what should we do? Do we do palettes or do we do lips? All right, so we are jumping into the palettes, and this one was the most difficult for me to do because there's so many palettes out there, and I have so many, but I was like, Steph, you gotta nail it down. You can't tell everybody all the 50 palettes that you've been loving. You gotta nail it down to at least 3. And so I picked the 3 staple palettes that I use all the time, I travel with, and I use it for everyday looks when I'm not filming or I'm not doing something else. If you guys ever notice when it comes to makeup tutorials, I typically will show 1 or 2 of these palettes. The first one we're going to give it up to is got to be the Tartlet palette. I just absolutely adore it. It's a super cool tone palette, which is actually what I'm wearing today, in conjunction with some other cool tone colors as well. But this palette for me is just a great everyday palette. I find that when I wear this palette, I get way more compliments than I do when I wear a warm tone color. I just absolutely adore this palette. If you are somebody that loves cool tone colors, I feel like you need this in your life, and I feel like it would be a great staple product. All right, so let's move into the second palette. Palette number 2 is this one right here. This is the Kat Von D Shape and Light Eye Palette. When this baby came out, everybody screamed about it, and there's a reason. It is the perfect neutral, cool tone, warm tone palette, all mattes, which everybody loves, all mattes. And not only that, but it also creates really easy little quads for you to create a look. So anybody can use it. It's very beginner friendly, just very standard colors, and it's really easy to work with, and it goes along with any other palette that you may have. And then the last one, which is a much newer palette. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. It has got every beautiful shade of warm tone color that any girl could possibly have. I feel like when she released this palette, her formula got even better. Anastasia's shadows have always been really good in my opinion. She has a really good array of single shadows, and then all of her other palettes have always been really well. But I found that when she released this one, her Norvina, the formula just got even better. I want to compare it to almost Lorac, and if you know Lorac palettes are very buttery and creamy to the touch, but they have quite a bit of fallout, but they are very easy to work with. This is almost the same way, except I find that I don't get as much fallout with this palette. This palette is more forgiving when it comes to fallout. Like, you can actually do your makeup and wear this, and you're okay without the fallout, whereas with a Lorac palette, I highly recommend you always do your eyeshadow first, because it's going to be a hot mess if you don't. Sadly, like I said, I can only pick 3 palettes. I would have picked way more, but I don't want to make this video like an hour long, because I could easily do it. Like, it would be super easy for me. For drugstore, I have to give it to Essence lip liners. I use these Essence lip liners more than I use any other lip liners that I currently own, but these are incredible. They are very affordable. They're only about, I'd say $1.99 to $2.99. They're very long wearing, and they're very creamy. My only downside to Essence is the fact that they don't make enough, and I really wish that they did. Very easy to work with if you're using a lipstick on top of it. It doesn't crumble, especially a lip gloss. When it came to liquid lipsticks this year, you guys probably saw me use these more than any other liquid lipsticks. These are the NYX Liquid Suede. Oh my gosh, guys. These are incredible. Incredible. If you have very small lips like moi, then these are going to be perfect on you. They don't crumble. They don't give you that film. I found with the red one, I wore the red one the other night for a holiday party, and it did crumble just a little bit, but it was still long lasting, and nobody could really notice like a definitive line. It was kind of interesting. I was really impressed with it. It's very forgiving, and they're very affordable. You can get these for about $6 or $7 at the drugstore or wherever they sell NYX products. And they just came out with a NYX Vault at Ulta, which I want so badly. It has every single NYX liquid suede color. I think it's like $50, but oh my gosh. All right, you guys, so that is my favorites for the year of 2016. I want to know if some of these products that I mentioned are some of your favorites for the year of 2016, and or what is your favorite product from this year. I will have all these products linked down below as well in case you guys want to know them, as well as the shades for like the foundations and the concealers and stuff in case you guys want to know more about that. But thank you guys all so much for watching again. See you guys all in the next year. Actually, no, I'll be back before then. So I'll see you guys later, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.